Hey guys, Justin here and welcome to today's video. I have a secret to divulge. I miss analog pedals, and I know I've been a huge advocate of the Line 6 Helix and the HX Stomp. You know, there's some days where I just miss having a full analog pedal board, a full analog rig where I can just press things and things happen, things change, where I am in total control over the sound. You know, I don't need to have a digital controller switch patches for me, or to change up amp settings up and down with a flick of a switch. Oh, that's fine and cool, but it's missing a very organic element to performing in live music, and that is just being in total control of your sound, which is something that I missed from playing away from an analog pedal board. I got a hold of a mono small pedal board with an M80 Club version 2 case that comes in a combo, and it was one of those deals that you don't need to buy the case and the back separately. They come together and you save quite a fair bit of cash. And the mono platform is something that I've not used before, and it was a very pleasant experience putting it together. I like it for a few reasons. Number one, the cutout holes are quite strategically placed. My favorite feature of this pedal board is that its angle of elevation is a bit steeper than a pedal train. It's not a very big difference, but it's big enough such that the pedals on the back row are easier to press than if I were to put the same pedals on a pedal train junior. So some design specifications I had in mind for this pedal board build. Firstly, I needed it to be powered all by one single power supply, and I have a one spot lying around, so I needed everything to be run off a 9-volt DC power supply. My second consideration was I needed a pedal, or at least pedals that did not add to the noise floor, and I wanted to minimize the setup by having one pedal do a few functions at the same time. And thirdly, I needed a pedal board that could cover a range of sounds from overdrive, modulation, delay, and reverb. I needed those 4 components on my board. And, you know, having a wah pedal and a volume pedal would also be great. But those are like, 8, 9, 10 different effects. How was I going to consolidate all of those effects into an 8-pedal configuration? Well, here we go. The first pedal in my signal chain is a Hotone Vowpress, which is a volume and wah combo pedal. And the reason why it's kind of placed in that awkward position on the top right-hand corner of my board is because I don't have a patch cable long enough anymore to connect from the wah pedal into the Line 6 M5, which is my next pedal. I like the Vowpress's volume taper. It's not as quick as mini pedals, and if you've used miniature pedals, mini expression pedals, mini volume pedals, the problem with those is that the volume taper is always very sudden. From the heel down position until like 50%, there's like no volume, but then from 50 to 100, there's like a sudden big jump in volume. That's the problem I faced with many other mini volume pedals. The Vowpress is one of those pedals that does not seem to have this. The second pedal is the Line 6 M5, and that's my utility pedal. I'm using it as a tuner. I'm using it as a noise gate because it also has a secondary function as a noise gate that works in the background. And I'm using that as my wildcard pedal. If I need a trem, if I need a harmonizer, if I need a fuzz, that's the pedal that I will use to tweak specific patches for songs. And then I've got my overdrive section, which I have kept it to 2, and they are the Xotic SL Drive, which is my favorite Marshall amp in a box kind of overdrive. I use this to get a good chunk sound. It's a good rhythm sound by itself, and if I need something hairier, I'll push it with the next pedal, which is a ZVEX double rock. So I have it set up to 2 boxes of rock, and both have different gain and tone controls. And of course, to have over the top distortion, I can chain the SL Drive with the double rock and have all of them on at the same time, but that's a very rare occurrence because it just gets uncontrollably loud and nasty. I'm finding that the older I get, the less tolerant I am of overdrive and distortion. So I only usually have either the box of rock on 2 channels on, or 1 box of rock and the SL Drive together for a lead sound. After that is my amp sim, which I will only turn on if I'm going direct to the house, and that is my Mooer Daytripper. So there is just no substitute. If you want a nice clean pedal platform for praise and worship tones with a budget, this is the pedal to get. And then you got my duet of the GFI Clockwork Delay V2 and the Specular Reverb version 2. And these two pedals were meant to work together. The sounds are unique, and it's a way to get that Strymon shimmer or that Strymon modulated reverb on a budget. So the way that I have these set up is that I've got 4 different delay sounds that I will engage depending on the song, and I'll tap tempo to the correct tempo. And I've got 4 reverb sounds ranging from a mild reverb to a heavy modulated reverb, a mild shimmer, and a heavy shimmer. Putting my high school math to good use, if I have 4 delays and 4 reverbs, I have a total of 16 different combinations of sounds that's possible. So you don't actually need 200 presets for a worship set. You just maybe need 1 or 2 go-to delay sounds and 1 or 2 go-to reverb sounds, and anything else is kind of like an extra, an effect if you need to be. And most of the time when I play in my bands, I don't normally handle the shimmer stuff anyway. That's covered by my keyboardist who plays pads. That leaves us with a large vacant space at the bottom left-hand corner, which I'm going to leave blank because that is where I'm going to put my IK Multimedia iRig Blue board as a dedicated controller for Ableton. Even though I'm playing with an analog pedal board, I still want to be able to control Ableton's tracks. And that's important for me because I'm the music director and I need to have physical control over Ableton, and best if I have it remotely controlled. So that's why I've got that little slot there. It could be for another pedal. Let's hope not. One way to curb the gas is to limit your real estate, as my wife would say. So yeah, this is it. My no fuss, no frills, all analog, well, kind of all analog board, which I will use when I don't want to go completely digital with Line 6 stuff. And if you have any questions, queries, or comments, please post them in the comment box and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As always, thank you for watching. This is Justin signing off.